Brandon, what happened with DJ?
Got some lower back stiffness. So we scratched him. Hopefully he feels better. He's getting treatment right now, and he's kind of day-to-day right now.
Next up is Rich.
Hey, Brandon, was this a byproduct of the collision with the bullpen?
No, according to him, it was not.
Next is Melanie Newman.
Brandon, earlier today, Joe Girardi said that he believes the lower offensive numbers this year are the same as a couple years ago, where pitchers had to adjust to hitters. He thinks it's now time for a universal adjustment of hitters to this elevated pitching atmosphere that we're currently in. Just wondering your thoughts on that.
Thoughts on offensively numbers being down?
Yeah, and if you do think that this is a climate that has geared now more towards the pitcher versus it had been more towards the hitter just a couple of years ago.
Well, I think there's a lot of factors, and it's for this year, I think you're seeing some really good arms around the league. I think that game planning and the work that goes into attacking hitters from an analytical standpoint, as well as from video and the research that's done is off the charts. They know how to really attack hitters' weaknesses now. I mean, there's so many reasons. Hitters, the slug, OPS, importance. You see guys trying to leave the ballpark more. You see less contact. That's affecting strikeouts. So when you have high velocity arms with big swings, with around the league, it's challenging to put rallies together. Teams are built to hit homers. And, in this year also, I don't know the numbers on this, but it seems like starting pitchers aren't going as deep in the game. So the third time through the order isn't as prevalent as it was before. So now you're seeing a starter for 4 or 5 innings, and then high leverage, big time arms coming in after. So you might see a starter for 2 at-bats and then 2 really good relievers after your next 2 at-bats. I think that's challenging. So I think that there's multiple reasons why strikeouts are up, batting average is down, OPS is down.
Next is Nathan.
Hey, Brandon, kind of following up on that, you mentioned, pitchers have the data and the video, and I know batters have that too. Is it different for batters in terms of what they have to do in that area, or what they have available to them in that area? And it's because it's more of a reactive to what the pitcher does versus a pitcher doing his own thing. I don't know if that makes sense, but.
Well, I think the pitcher has the advantage because he's the one with the ball on the attack. But you see, in the spin rate era, you see guys just throwing hard. You see guys with really good stuff. Probably not the command that people had 10 years ago, but the stuff. I don't know the data on this. I'm just going from what I've seen in the big leagues for the last 10 years. The stuff is up, and it's harder to hit, and starters aren't going as long. And then you bring in relievers that have really good stuff on top of it. So the sinker slider starter that was throwing 89 to 92, you just don't see those guys much anymore. You see guys throwing, from tough angles, 93 to 98, and it's hard to hit.
Joe, go ahead.
Brandon, was Armstrong available during the Oakland series? I think he hasn't pitched in about 4 days. I don't know if he was dealing with something or just circumstantial.
He was up Saturday and Sunday. We tied that game yesterday, or take the lead. He was in the game because I had Valdez down. He was up Saturday also.
Thanks.